What's up? What's up? What's up, James? I see that you done fell in the particular live stream. Hopefully, we get a few more people falling in here. I don't know. I guess with the oncoming changes, that just means it's that much more scrutiny on channels that are already scrutinized. So hopefully, notifications can go out, like on the live stream. But other than that, hopefully, no issues. You know, holiday that is upon us, and yeah, I really didn't have no particular topic for tonight. That's why I called it after hours. I don't have anybody scheduled to come on with me or anything like that. So essentially, it's just to see if anyone will fall in here and get a conversation going. Because, usually when I do lives, it's a freestyle. Now, unless it's slated for someone to be on, then we have a topic. But other than that, it's about who actually falls in here. But when you think about it, they actually know that people fall in here. So they try to discourage by not sending. Matter of fact, I'll say it like this. They're the ones that essentially okay who goes into what particular lives on this particular platform. Let me say that. I appreciate the people that are there. If you're really rocking with me, give me a thumbs up. That lets me know that you're really rocking with me. I got two so far, but it's showing, different numbers with that room. Then I'll eventually throw up the hotline number. You can call in the hotline and let you know what this is data mining in here, and hopefully, they'll make sure that you get a reconnect or a crop circle where it discourages you from even tuning into this particular um, live stream. But that's why I do videos also. So you know they can freeze it so much, you come back to it and it'll start playing. So they can do all the funny business with these particular live streams, but they can't on the Valley of the Pharaohs. Any of my channels on YouTube, then I'll go to my Patreon. And if it something wrong with my Patreon, I'll go to my Twitch or my Float. So I do got various other outlets that Too Cool to Con will still be served up on. So it's not to get you because they're saying you're using a dialect that is unacceptable to the masses, even though my channel doesn't appeal to youngsters. When I say youngsters, I'm saying like little children and things like that. But James, speak up. Nobody else besides family. That's about it. So I'll take it. Probably family gave a thumbs up, and I'll wager that James gave a thumbs up. So I don't know, but I know December 10th is coming quite soon. Something I peeped too. They made a big thing about 2019 December 10th, but I just recently watched a YouTube video with an interview with Prince, and he was on Larry King. And the date that it was recorded was interview. We know now that what done happened, and that, is the mind. So if anybody hasn't, peeped that particular interview, just type in Prince Larry King. Be able to see it, and you'll see the date that it's showing and everything like that. See the way that they try to indoctrinate into sin. Like I said, just like all. I'll say this: you still hear me? The album is trying its damnedest. Light posts going up that have 5G, like a tethering. So you have so many light poles within so many feet range, and then probably the ones that are towards the intersection will have the 5G antenna upon them. So essentially, when you're making your way throughout the city, that's a way of tracking whatever data, whatever social media you're on. So essentially, it's no getting away from. It's like Big Brother policing. Unfortunate that our beat walking beat walkers useless because they'll have that particular system set up through the smart city that will do all this self out. That's essentially eliminated people's jobs from checking you out. So essentially, with those light posts, where you think, oh no, we got new LED light posts. What's going on, Joyce? We got new LED light posts. That's just it. No, they serve another purpose. Matter of fact, all where they're putting up these light posts, they had the whole. It's like a long strip that runs through Minneapolis, and on the strip, it goes through the predominantly melanated community. At first, I thought, well, maybe since they're changing the roads around, they're running new gas lines since they're repaving the road. But then when I come to think about it, I'm like, you know what? Maybe they weren't changing the gas lines. Maybe what they were actually doing was running one of those particular 5G light posts. So essentially, it's no lines above ground that you can cut because all the power, all the intelligence is essentially wired underneath the concrete. Yeah, I'm still doing good. I'm still doing good. What's going on, Street Rich? I'm glad the regulars is falling in here. Matter of fact, I hollered at Will. He had hit me up. He said he's still been catching up on all the replays and everything. So Will's still around. He just, as we all do in life, we get a little busy. But it was good to hear from Will, and knowing everything is, going copacetic with him. But if anybody else has anything to add, you could go ahead. I was just kind of essentially speaking on this 5G that they're trying to, throw up through the city with, people not really noticing. And, like I said, I'm going to have to post more stories about that. I noticed a lot of people didn't get the notification. I mean, it was some new people that fell in there, but a lot of people didn't get the notification for what was to be KK Diamond and Miss Watson's video. But, as always, a lot of people caught the replay. Yeah, tomorrow's, oversized bird day. So, hopefully, you be able to go through some family members, residences and, maybe get you a plate if you're not, doing it at your own residence. Maybe catch up with, some family members that you ain't caught up with in quite a while. You know, I mean, you think you would have. This was we're in the 11th month of this whole year, so. But as always, people be on their own thing, so sometimes that's not feasible till this time of year comes around. What they're trying to do with the 5G is more like a tracking. Now, I'll say this: if anybody, matter of fact, you could go and Google or not Google this. You can go and type this in the search box, and you'll see this is what they're doing. It's almost like a tracking of people. Think about it like this. It's a video game called Watchdog. Type in Watchdog. Just type in Watchdog video game or something like that. It'll come back with the plays of this particular game. Well, I know on the game when I played, I don't know I got the 1 and the 2, but it's like virtual reality. It's like you're taking on this person. It's almost like Grand Theft Auto, but it's Xbox's version of it. So essentially, you're going throughout the city and you're tapping into people's phone lines with your cell phone. You can hear their conversation. You can see what messages they're messaging to people. You can essentially, online banking through the game. You can tap into their bank accounts and, see how much, money they're working with. So essentially, like how Grand Theft Auto is, like say someone steals a car in Grand Theft Auto. Well, in Watchdog, they do that too. Well, say it's someone with a cell phone. Well, it shows like someone placing a call to, the emergency hotline. So once they put the call in, the operator sends out a signal and it shows on the screen like, okay, this cell phone ping from this area, wherever this crime took place. So then it starts, I guess, whatever phones are within that vicinity, it'll start mapping out, okay, this cell tower is here, this cell tower is here. This is how we direct, them people towards wherever this happened. So whatever cell phones are moving within, say, like I said, these light posts that are moving, one may be moving at a accelerated rate. Well, that might be the one that's most likely to, be the offender. Or say along this line, they have facial recognition cameras. Well, the person gave a description of this person. So essentially, it's mapping how everybody moves throughout the city. And essentially, if you see it through those implementing right now, as I'm speaking, so that's what 5G is essentially about. Yeah, everything is made to track us. Like I said, I think I made a post a while ago where Snapchat is a patent number for facial recognition. So, people think they're, putting on butterflies or crowns and all that kind of stuff. Essentially, is mapping your face. I mean, think about it like this. I already said it was a story where, a little 23-year-old dude, killed the dude off the bus. They caught him through facial recognition software on the particular bus. So they're mapping. You don't have to do certain things if you go to the airport if you just let us use your face to, like your boarding pass, like. And just think, like, okay, so think about it like that. Some people may think that's convenient, but say you get into something that's a funk or something throughout, just your normal time throughout the city, and you're like, what, I'm about to, jump on a plane and go to this state. Well, say you forgot that it was a warrant or something like that. As soon as you go to the airport, they're like, no, this person right here is wanted. They got you right there. They got you because your face is essentially gonna snitch on you. Essentially, think about it. You got Facebook and all these other social medias. That's how they catch people too. Like, okay, he done updated over here. He got his cell phone on him. The last time he updated on one of the social networks was at this particular spot or at this spot. Oh, it shows he's at the airport or whatever. And like I said, with these 5G posts that's tracking you going throughout the whole city, that's another level. Another level is, think about it like this. I want to say any city car, any police car, they got plate readers on there. So if you're in a car and it's been sitting in the south side of whatever area city you're in, They're like, this car been sitting here probably 6 hours. We done had probably three patrol cars roll through there and tracked it in the same area. It's just the same if you're moving throughout the city. You could be in one suburb and that plate reader reads you somewhere on the freeway at one something, then maybe around six something they're reading you somewhere off in a Walmart. Because notice this, you ever notice when you're just sitting in a Walmart or any kind of big box store, you'll see the police roll up and down through each aisle, and you're like, why is he doing that? Well, he's tracking the plates. He's trying to see who got warrants, who got outstanding anything. Matter of fact, they do that with bars too, and they'll just sit in the cut and wait till that particular person comes out and bump them right there. And I'm like, well, how did they get up on me? They got up on you because you had something outstanding. You driving that particular car, and that's how they get up on you now, because they got automatic plate readers. They don't even have to type in nothing. It's like it automatically scans it. That's why all the plates, if you think about it, it used to be license plates would have like raised numbers, but now they're all flat and black and white. The numbers and letters are black. So essentially, that infrared camera that just automatically reads them plates, it logs it into their computer. So you know, the computer can log, who that is at a faster rate. Yep, like you said, a new fingerprint, your facial. And matter of fact, another thing, I think I done posted it. It was about, I mean, they're doing this in China. It's called social credit. Now, social credit, that's even another level. Matter of fact, they're doing it in China because China's so big, and essentially they want to map everybody over there. But that is here to me. It's here already, but it's laying dormant. Over there is out and blatant. Now, take like I said, facial recognition. They have facial recognition cameras all throughout their city, in their downtown areas, and to their local neighborhoods. Now, say, like I said, you're wanted. That'll alert, for like a warrant or something. That'll alert them people to come directly to where you're at. Like, yeah, you didn't, you've been, we've been looking for you. The facial recognition cameras identified you on this particular street. Come with us. Essentially, they'll just get up on you easy. Or you be out and about, and essentially something happens. Some cameras is tracking you, or your the social credit is like a rating. So say that say that you know I was just watching a clip. It was a news clip, but it's a whole story that is about. Say you got drunk in public, and you was causing a scene. I mean, nothing to get arrested, but you were drunk. Well, they may place value on that. Like, well, that's unsuitable to be drunk in a public area. So they'll just like a credit rating for when you buy stuff. It's like a credit rating on you as a person. So say you're drunk too much out in public, even though you're not really doing nothing to bother anybody. Say you want to actually go travel. Say you like, what, I want to go see this fight out in Vegas or something like that. Well, if you've been getting drunk too much around your town, it's essentially a way to deny you from getting plane tickets, from getting if you're taking any type of bus, any type of mass transit, they can deny you because your social credit for having access to get on like transportation like that as an airplane or anything like that is too low, so you can't get on there. So essentially, it's like they're almost think about it like this: the Big Brother's putting you on punishment. You can't go out to Vegas to go see that fight. But you've been getting drunk too much around the town, and the camera's been picking you up doing all of that. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have to find. I mean, you can find it yourself, but I know I can make it easier and put it up in a community page where you can see these actual stories where it's actually going on. Matter of fact, it showed this guy in China where he was speaking out against a job that he worked for, and essentially they reported on to the system, and that made it where you know um, he can live like a certain, just like how melanated folks get redlined and things like that. he couldn't live in certain areas, or say he wanted to have his daughter go to a more advanced school, she couldn't go to advanced school because of that. Because it's like we're, you're getting scrutinized for speaking out, or essentially, putting light on to something that you can wake people up to. So yeah, it's a lot of things that's going on, but matter of fact, I might have to find the story too where it shows, how the plate readers. Because think about it like this. I mean, I had a white partner. He put me up on this. He sent me the link to the story. It showed like when they were, I guess, showing it to whatever news outlet, how the cops had, when they had their computers and they're riding around like, well, yeah, this is how we look for, people that got warrants or whatever. Well, he had his computer up and it was pinging every time a car went past. He was on a highway. Every time a car went past, it was like it was locking every plate number in. And as soon as one was outstanding for something, it would, chirp, and then that would tell him get up on that person, or say if he did pull that person over, it's a spot within the computer where you can label the type of like was this person aggressive, how did they respond to you. So that means the next time they get pulled over, well, this person was aggressive. That's gonna tell the officer how to treat you from that last interaction. So in so many different ways that they can scrutinize against us. But if you go forward knowing this, you know up front, it can maybe offset a lot of things that before you knew this, you could you wasn't up on, or you didn't know. So I'm gonna try to tonight I'll probably try to look for all those stories, and I'll post them in the community section where you can click on them and watch them. So I try to put people up on things that they may not been privy to. That's what I do. I went low. I'm holding this iPad. I don't got no microphone hooked up to it, so that's probably why. Let me see something real quick. Okay. Matter of fact, that's what I think I do. I mean, I don't cover just a little small bit of things, but I think it'd be more better if I found these particular stories that I spoke on, and y'all could click on those and watch those because it's more informative. I mean, I'm just shining a spotlight on the particular things, but I think it'd be more effective. I mean, y'all got downtime right now to watch those particular things. So I think I'm gonna end the particular live stream. Hey, I appreciate y'all coming in. Be looking in the community section for me posting these links where you can, watch these particular E-Day tomorrow. And I may do some tomorrow, may not. Hey, if not, hey, live long and prosper.